Alright, hang on a quick second. I'm just making sure everything is running okay. I am live.
Alright, hang on a quick second. I'm just making sure everything is running okay.
Okay, what's echoing back on me?
I am live.
Oh, okay, it's your stream. Alright, make sure to mute if possible. It sounds like I'm coming through a little bit Venge's mine. Looks like I might be echoing through your mic a little bit. Hello and welcome to the weekly Wednesday lunchtime live stream here on twitch.tv/DDO stream, youtube.com/Dungeons & Dragons/live, and facebook.com/DDO Unlimited. I'm DDO's Community Manager Cordovan. Thank you very much for being here today. We have got a show for you on Orion. We're going to be running just kind of some low-level 20 stuff with a full group here. That's looking pretty good. And we'll also talk a little bit about the latest news and kind of have some more for you. Just a quick note, if you would like to give us a follow on Twitch, we sure would appreciate that. If you want to subscribe to our videos on YouTube, you'll get them in your subscription feed. And if you want to like us on Facebook, then you'll get this content in addition to our other Facebook stuff. Let me call up our chat room, make sure everyone can hear me okay. Alright, there we go. Yes, I thought I did mute Twitch. It was actually coming through in-game voice chat, so there you go. Alright, I did want to, real quick, move on over before I go in-game to Orion and go through a little bit about what we have going on right now in-game. Right now we do have Update 38 Preview 2 happening on Lamania. That's going to be going through tomorrow, through Thursday, March 29th. You can find the new quest to give them a preview. The Disciples of Rage Adventure Pack. We also have a whole bunch of named loot, so you can take a look at the named loot here for Update 38. We also have updated Druid and updated Artificer Renegade Mastermaker, so if you are interested in any of that, please do take a look at it on Lamania. You do need to download a separate client. And then also, please give us your feedback on the forums, if you would. If you find something on Lamania that you need to bug, then you can bug it using help.standingstonegames.com. We also do have the full release notes available as well. Let me see if I actually... No, it's not there yet. Okay, so we do have the release notes available on the Lamania forums, and you can look at that sort of thing that I have on the screen right now. I'm not going to go through all the notes because we've already sort of done them. The stuff in blue is what is new as of this preview on Lamania, and I do want to thank Kokoma Jobo for doing a lot of the work on it. On top of that, we've updated the test dojo on Lamania. The former loot room is now empty. It has been walled off. That makes me very sad, but I might have complained about it, but it did no good. That's the one where you pull the lever and all that loot would spawn. It was causing performance problems on Lamania. As anybody who's been on Lamania and hit that lever knows, everything kind of freezes up while it populates. That's where I was getting my blood plate, my lacerator. I'm now going to have to use admin commands to get that stuff. But, however, we do have the new loot room. That's to the northeast of the entryway behind the trainers. That's been removed, but we do have an NPC to give out basically all the recent update named loot near the trainers. It has the Update 38 loot, and you can get other stuff as well. If you don't copy over your character and you're starting fresh on the Lamania, we do have dev events. You can get loot there, plus Dojo still has a ton of stuff in it, so you'll be just fine. But that's going on there. We also now have Hearts of Blood in the test dojo, so you can check out your racial reincarnation if you want to. Alright, so I guess really that's just about all I really want to preview about the Update 38 on Lamania. I'm not going to be previewing the content today. I know some people are sensitive about spoilers, especially when I'm doing them on the live stream here, so I'm going to leave the quest pack on Lamania and not stream that for you today, but I'm pretty sure that we did see Streamtom and some others doing that. So if you go to our archives, our past broadcasts, and check out some of the DDO streamers, you can get a preview of that if you want to. All right, so next question then. When is update 38 coming out? It will be soon. It should be out. Well, it will be out when it's ready. But our current earmark is to get it out by mid-April. So, you know, we're almost at the end of March here. Next week is a big PAX East week. PAX East is a big convention that takes place in Boston every year. So some of the devs will be at that. I'll be at that. And there's just a bunch of stuff going on. So it won't be next week. Maybe the week after. We'll kind of have to see how it goes. But it should be out by mid-April at the latest. Let me take a look. The dojo is running much smoother. Yeah, that's ultimately why we got rid of that loot there, because it was just, you know, causing all sorts of problems. What is the cost of the new pack? We have not yet announced that yet, but it'll be priced similarly to all of our other adventure packs. So, just look at the DDO store, kind of see what our most recent packs have been going for, and this will go for that same basic idea. That's true, Titan. Newest content designer Cookie Kobold's first dungeon. That's been published anyway. Cookie Kobold, longtime QA person, longtime person familiar to those who use the Lamania test dojo. He has moved on to a content creation position here with the DDO team. So this is going to feature his first dungeon as well, which is real cool. Will VIP have access to Update 38? Yes. Yeah, the Update 38 Adventure Pack will be free to VIPs, available in the DDO store for those who are not VIP. Nah, it's not 1,000 DDO points. It's I don't actually know what we charged for, like, Mines of Tethumar and that kind of thing, but it's in that same ballpark. Hey, Kevin, over on YouTube. Yeah, so a quick reminder as well. We have got something coming up on Sunday, April 6th. Kevin over on YouTube, Saba Jade, although I don't think she's going to be able to make it for the 6th. Draculetta, Evil Beaker, and some other folks whose names I can't remember right now. We got a couple groups. We are doing a pen and paper stream, and you'll be able to find that right here on the evening of Sunday, April 6th. Stay tuned. We'll actually put it into the news feed of our Twitch channel, but we're going to be kind of testing out a pen and paper stream using fantasy grounds and things like that. I'm not DMing it. I will be a player in it, but I'm also going to be running the stream, which, you know, makes it a little easier rather than try to DM and be behind the boards of the stream as well. So that's going to be happening on April 6th. Will be our first one. It's going to be a several session long pen and paper stream. And we're kind of kicking the tires of it to see about doing something longer term. A weekend bonus. Before we get questing, yeah, let me go to the weekend bonus. We have got a double Mysterious Remnants weekend. That kicks off really kind of late Eastern time tomorrow, late morning Eastern time tomorrow. Double Mysterious Remnants weekend. And that goes through Sunday, April 1st. I can't tell you about sales because our sales team doesn't like it when I break news that I'm not supposed to break. But let me drop a hint that there is something that's going to be on sale for the first time on Thursday. And by that I mean it's been available for a while, but it has not been available at a discount. And that's going to be starting on Thursday. April 8th, I mean. Yes, Druid's Fire, you're correct. April 8th. I have April 6th on the brain because I'm doing informal meetup at PAX East. It's a lot of Lotro players there. We have a lot of people from the Lotro community that are going to be at PAX East, but if you are a DDO player and you're not also playing Lotro, and I already know some people who are going to be there, I have a group of people, about 15-ish, that are going to be, we're going to be going to Wagamama, and that'll be Friday, April 6th, from starting at 8 p.m. I'm thinking about 8 to 10 p.m. And so if you want to hang out with some DDO Lotro peeps, that sort of thing, get in touch with me through the DDO forums. I do have limited space, just because I can only get so many tables, but there's room for you. we do not have a full group yet, so if you think actually if you know you are going to be there on Friday, April 6th, and want to go to Wagamama for an 8 p.m. hangout, let me know. Is the Remnants Master coming? I don't know. I'm going to have to check into that. This is just going to be a double drop weekend rather than a Remnants, or like a special item weekend. But I'll see if that's coming soon. Alright, I am back and I'm ready to go. We are going to run Don't Drink the Water. And let's run it on Elite, huh? I'm tempted to say Reaper, but let's run it on Elite. How did I get flagged for Demon Web and still be level 20? That is a very good question. I think... I don't know, that is a very good question. So I actually need to check. I have done, I'm pretty sure I've done, because I have like House of Broken Chains, Death Undone, Rusted Blades, and the Portal Opens. And I have Impossible Demands, Lost Thread, Unquiet Graves. I'm pretty sure I Battle for Evening Star done too. Yeah, and I have Battle for Evening Star. So somehow you're right. Somehow I managed to get both of the first two chains done and still be level 20. Eek. Correct, Hephaestus. No spoilers here today. Any chance of an encore of the Mimic Hunt? Well, I think rather than an encore, what we will see is a return of the Mimic Hunt in a handful of months. You know, we do want to kind of live up to the name of having the Mimic Hunt be a periodic event. And so I think we'll be doing that in the relatively near future. But as far as an encore, no. I also have checked into the status of Crystal Cove. The issue with bringing it back is the itemization is not done yet. I thought it actually was, and I believe I may have even said so on the live stream. And then afterwards, I had Steel Star and Kokomo Jobo come up to me and say, "You lie. The stuff is not done yet." There is a pass done of it, and that pass needs a QA check. And then probably some further iteration based on whatever is found there. So unfortunately, I lied when I said that the Crystal Cove loot was already in and checked and ready to go. It's being worked on, but it's not quite ready to go. Unfortunately. But that is going to be coming soon, because we have already, like I said, we're in the process of doing that work. We just haven't done it yet. And as soon as that is ready, then we will have Crystal Cove back with updated loot. So that'll be cool. But it may not be late spring, perhaps even summer, before Crystal Cove comes back.
The source of the poisoned water lies above and beyond this waterfall. You will need to find a way up.
Technically, we could do Festival of the Traveler. Actually, why don't we do the optional here, huh?
You barely make out a small tunnel under the waterfall. It may be worth seeing what is beyond it. There is a lone chest by the fire. Someone took pains in concealing it here.
Yeah, I love how the Mudmen get smaller as well. That's such a nice little touch. Okay, I haven't said that they were ready. I thought maybe I had said that Crystal Cove was ready to go, but it's not, unfortunately. And we don't want to bring it back until we have the updated loot in it. So, we shall see. Oh yeah, I'm a rogue. I suppose I could probably open this.
You find a strange vial marked remedy. You take it with you in case it is important.
What was that? It ran out of batteries? Okay. Okay. There we go. I always get turned around at this section. I have my son with me. He's sitting next to me here off camera. I do have him with me this week. We've been having a fun time. So that's why if I've kind of been in and out of the office, that is why. I'm having it's his spring break. And so he's visiting and we're having a good time here. Playing lots of Minecraft and doing some good things. So. Are you able to get it working? Okay. Okay. Get that kid some batteries? Well, he's been watching YouTube on my phone. And my phone finally ran out of batteries. Almost out of batteries, right. Yeah. Can we fix Barovia recalls before update 38? Probably not, in that our next game update will most likely be update 38, but I will double check to make sure that that is going to be fixed. I don't know why we do it the way that it was changed to. There may be a technical issue involved, but I almost think we would be better off having the NPCs outside of the tavern again, if we need to, rather than teleport you not where you want to go. Perhaps you may agree or disagree. Alright, Shoemaker, how do the flags on chests work? If a locked chest is blessed or boosted, does it lose that when unlocked? Is it lost if the chest spawns into a mimic? It should not despawn if the chest turns into a mimic, but I'm not quite sure why you would want to know about ways to exploit it, maybe? I don't know. I mean, you know, once you've given it the boost, you're gonna get the boost, you know? So. But in terms of, once you open it, everyone should get the loot. So, you know, chests populate when you open them. And in some cases, they actually populate when you start the dungeon. So maybe I need a little more context there, Shoemaker. What are you specifically are you asking about and why? And I'll see if I can answer that. Can we change the Epic Destiny Twist of Fate to allow higher powers in a tree to be used while running another tree? So basically you want Twist of Fate to go up to like tier 5 or something like that. That's something we could look into in the future. I think overall though, we do want some sense of balance by having the stuff you twist in not be as powerful as the stuff that you choose to currently run in. So I believe that may be basically working as intended. But theoretically, I think we could probably add extra destiny points and such and allow for further unlocks if we wanted to. Yeah, because everyone would take Leap of Faith, and that's the only reason to get tier 5. You're not wrong. That's funny. Let's see. The Shintao monk tree is not being meddled with, correct? What the changes that are happening to the monk trees are outlined in the Lamania release notes, and that's probably the best source of information about where we currently sit regarding the Shintao tree. I believe we are basically doing a bunch of work, but I don't know specifically how much is being changed of what and what's been changed in the past couple of days, because like I said, I've been out of the office. So take a look at the Lamania release notes. That'll be the best place for info on that. You just want to make sure you're not wasting boosts bought from store on locked chests if the loot is spawned after unlocked. Well, I mean, so what'll happen is you'll boost the chest, and then you'll open the chest, and when you open that chest, it determines things like, you know, it does your loot roll, it determines your chest level, things like that. And so that is how you will, you know, get that info. At that point, there's really not much point to rolling it again, so to speak, because you've already got everything you're going to get. I know the shuriken and the throwing daggers from Baba Lysaga bought from NPC that still say cannot split. Will that be fixed? If it's just a minor text issue, I don't know what the status of that is. If there's a issue beyond that, then probably. Yeah, Shintao's getting a small boost in melee power from this recent Lamania build. That's what I thought. Most of them are getting some. The only one that we didn't touch, if I recall, is Legendary Dreadnought. Is range power going to be adjusted when we adjust melee power with update 38? No. We're first working, you know, we've actually talked a lot about kind of melee and ranged balance in recent weeks. But we're really focusing on melee right now, along with this issue with the Henshin change that's happening with update 38. Overall ranged power really isn't in a bad place. But specifically we do need to work on upping melees in higher epics and Reaper. So that's something that's going to be ongoing. And the changes coming in update 38 are related to a longer series of improvements for that. Does that mean Cookie Kobold is not a QA person anymore? Once a QA person, always a QA person, but technically his job title is now content designer. It may be that if we have a bug question, or Corey needs help, he may still be sitting near Kokum Majobo. Yeah, we might force him to do some things every now and then. But no, he is, you know, moving on from QA into a content creation position. I'm trying to figure... Get YouTube Kids, it's awesome for children. Yeah, the main thing about YouTube Kids is it doesn't really save your history in the way that if you like to watch the same video frequently, it doesn't work as well. So, you know,
source of the poison water must be close.
It works just fine. Regular YouTube. Can we get a redesign? Okay, never mind that. Will we be able to continue to use the ingredients we've already accumulated, or will Cove have all new ingredients? Yes and yes. The ingredients that you have, you'll still be able to use for crafting of the things that you can currently craft it with. I do believe the new tier of crafting is going to have a new set of ingredients to unlock it. No DDO Wiki Talk this week. It'll return next week. Okay, yeah, thanks, Shu. Mimic Hunt is bad. Okay. Never knew that chest was there? Yeah, that's a good one. What's up?
Guess what?
Huh.
Betsy, is his, Backbone's jetpack, and he said a text message, Brocheck, you are a nerd.
Oh, okay. Yep. Yeah, that chest is a good one to know. There's a couple of chests in this quest. Alright. Looks like we're ready to go here, huh? If you use a treasure elixir, you bless a chest, or use a treasure gem, it affects random loot, not name, i.e. drop rates. Correct. Now, it can offer you, for the most part, correct. There may be a few cases where if there is a named loot drop in the regular treasure table, rather than, say, a specific unique percentage point chance for that named piece of named loot. Like, for example, in Three Barrel Cove, there's going to be like, there's a, 0.01% chance you're going to get the Bladed Jack Jibbers. But there may also be a few quests that are just like, they put the named loot specifically into the regular rare treasure table so that you have to roll high. So for that stuff, a loot boost would work, but for the most part, for 99% of the game, named loot is gonna has its own separate. Oops. That was basically a one-shot. Tharmalos hit me for 418 points of bludgeon damage. Okay, well, that'll do it, especially when you have 410 hit points. How does that dragon fit into the well? So my impression was that it wasn't so much that it fit into the well, as it was already there, and they built the well on top of its cave. Okay, I need to not get near this dragon. He was flushed when a baby. Nice. Do I even have a ranged weapon? Damn. I got daily dice here. I do not. Alright, well, I guess it's a learning experience. Like an alligator in the sewer type deal. Yeah, so I assumed it just kind of had its own cave passages that it actually got into there and ultimately, hooked up with the sewer section. You lost your cosmetic blue Reaper helm when you TR'd. Is it possible to get that back, please? Yeah, I would think. It should just be, though, in your TR cache. Is Tomb of Horrors ever going to be a thing? We have nothing to announce at this time. Cry Battle said it's going to be fixed. I don't know the status of that one, sorry. Ranged. Shirati should get ranged power plus 10? Are you mad? No. We're going to see Beard Eyes before we make another Druid life. I don't think so. Alright, I'm trying to think what else we could probably run here. Might be kind of easy-ish. Well, we just does everyone here have Menace of the Underdark? We could just like rerun Impossible Demands and stuff. Alright, yeah, let's do like Impossible Demands and stuff. Trying to keep an eye on chat. Most DPS range builds are not going into Shirati. Is that actually true? Okay. Hey, Sabotage23, nice to see you. Any thoughts on a team saying they plan to remake DDO and modernize it? I am not aware of any thoughts that we are going to make a DDO 2. If and when that ever did come about, it certainly would not be said offhand on a live stream. Yeah, it's true. I probably take Fury of the Wild on the few range characters I play. That's true.
The Midler farmhouse has seen better days. In the middle of the room, a drow priestess stands menacingly over an injured...
Did everyone see the blueprints for a certain thing in the anniversary party? Uh-huh. What about Desert of Desolation? I've long said that's if I was in charge of DDO and got to force them all to do something I want just for myself, I would probably choose the Desert of Desolation series. Is it possible to change adrenaline overload from a % to a melee power boost? You know, it's kind of funny. That was, man, you're going back a little ways in terms of the controversy. Back in the day, people would have freaked out if we had done something like that. But, yeah, I suppose theoretically. I don't know if we did that, though. There's no way. I mean, adrenaline overload can no longer be the one thing that you should ever do, because if you don't, you're making a big mistake. That it was back in the day.
place. With that, the priestess is gone. Her words ring in your ears. If I see you again, I will sacrifice every last hostage.
Well, that's not a good
Stealth
thing.
will be required if you wish to avoid more innocent bloodshed.
Ooh, critical failure.
Curses in scornful tones nearby. The drow priestess is close.
We just want to try to beat her down. Any plans for Henshin Mystic SLAs getting adjusted to account for the reduction in melee power? Their scaling is already poor, and now they are going from meh to pretty bad. I think if we need to, that is something we could look at. I think you will probably find that when it actually goes live, it's less of an issue than you think. But theoretically, if we need to, we could do something like that.
But she was not the last drow priestess, and these were not the last innocents to be lost.
Yeah, exactly right, Hipporan. If we were to just sort of have it scale with melee power, we'd have to do part of a larger kind of holistic adjustment of what scales with what. Because if you had something that, say, upped its bonus by, 400% melee power, and Adrenaline Overload provided, 100 melee power or something like that. Next thing you know, we didn't just overpower Adrenaline Overload, but we've overpowered, a dozen different things on top of it. So we don't want 12 unbalanced things to correct an issue with one unbalanced thing, But, yes. Is there a way to boost Sentient XP? Stay tuned. Yeah, I found people are saying that was a mistake to fight her in the hallway like that. I found that provided you haven't opened the doors, and then she won't grab the people through the doorway. But if you've opened those side rooms, then she will. Which is why originally, we were just going to run the quest, but then she showed up there, and I was like, well, we don't have the doors open, so yeah, let's do it. Did you hear Update 38 is going to be soon? Yeah, we should, stay tuned. Things could always come up. Depends how the content preview goes this week on Lamania and how much polish people are able to get in next week and things like that. But there's a pretty good chance that Update 38 will be out by mid-April. To answer the earlier question, though, about bear dies, they're not ready yet. So, unfortunately, I don't have good news for you pro bear die folks, but it's coming. It just isn't here yet. The art team is, frankly, busy doing other stuff that they have to do. Why aren't artificers getting a heart, especially with the construct essence line? Doesn't seem quite right. I will have to look into that. I think largely it would just be because you're talking about an enhancement reset rather than a wider class respec like what we are seeing for Druid, but I would have to double check on that to make sure that that is an accurate statement. But for the most part, any issues that might come up with your build due to changes in Renegade Master Maker and that, you can just do with a quick enhancement respec, which you can do for Plat. No, Game Alexander, I am not streaming from Lamania. I'm deliberately not streaming from Lamania today because I know some people are sensitive on spoilers, and I don't want to,
The abandoned village is very quiet.
spoil the new content yet.
An unnatural chill.
Excuse me, will Bear Dies work on Druid
Something
dogs?
is very wrong here.
Well, we haven't actually done them yet, so I think that that's an unanswered question. There's certainly a chance that that could be the case. With the new druids, will cosmetic glitches be fixed, such as the ASMR's white eyes still showing on invisible character models? That's a bummer. I don't know the status of that particular bug, but we should at least have taken care of some of those cosmetic glitches with Druid. Any talk about fast travel options for the King Forests? Oh man, if we had the time to do it, I kind of have a feeling that we might just sort of add that to like every single area. But no, I've not heard of any plans to do anything like that, sorry.
A lone drow seems uninterested by your presence. He makes no move to attack you as you approach.
I think it's going to depend ultimately on how that's implemented, whether it's, say, yeah, I don't know. I really can't speak. Everything I'd say about the Bear Dies would be pure speculation at this point, as my understanding is we just, you know, we want to do it, but no actual work has been done. I mean, I think it's going to depend as to what we're able to do with Paradise. It may well be that you're not dying your existing bear, but you're simply getting a new like skin on top of it. And if that's the case, then it may be specific to bears and not wolves. But if it is really a dye of an existing APR, then that would allow them to presumably be able to offer it to both bears and wolves. But I don't know. Like I said, the work hasn't actually been done on that yet. Sorry, I'm looking at chat, not the screen. That's why I'm swinging my stick in the air. Wait. Man, I need to switch this guy back to Assassin. I like Assassin way more. Need more metal for your metal. Yeah, I also don't know whether we're going to get gaudy with the bear dyes or whether they will largely be, let's say, a little more normal in terms of, you know, are we going more Grateful Dead or are we going more realistic? I'm not sure on that one yet. Frankly, I don't know. I think there's a certain subsection of people that would feel very strongly. Well, if we've already had this discussion, that would feel very strongly if we allowed you to be a pink bear. Some would be like, yes, of course, I have to. And some would be like, you don't dare do that to my D&D, you know? So I look forward for the completely non-controversial forum threads on it. Nice, got the grave wrappings. Going? What am I doing? I mean, theoretically, there's no reason you couldn't just... I mean, it's D&D, you can kind of do whatever you want, right? If you're a druid and you have the ability to shape change, you could presume it, and you had, let's say, pink hair or something like that. You can make a story lore case for why your bear should have pink fur, but I'm just saying. Care Bears. Give them chest heart cannons. Yeah. It's a great idea. Yay, I died. Samus, I don't know that we would really have the ability to do that kind of visual remodeling so that you could opt into bear dyes or not. I think even if, you know, theoretically anything is possible, given enough time and resources, but is it really worth all that time and resources just for the couple of folks who don't want, you know, aren't happy with the specific color of bear dyes on offer? Probably not, so. Oops. Sorry, Alex, I went the wrong way. Although I actually, you know, do need to wrap up the stream here in about 5 minutes or so. So maybe we should just basically run around the King's Forest and do a couple things there and not worry so much about the quest. Pew pew. Am I ever coming back to Wayfinder? As a matter of fact, yes. So, let's see. This is week 2 of 2 of Orion. So, LMNOPQRS. Sarlona's next. Then the Lannis. Oops. Alright, I'll try to get that to you. So, yeah, Sarlona, Thalanis, and then Wayfinder. So, you see, about a month-ish before I'm on Wayfinder. Should be week 5 from today. When I'm on Wayfinder, yep. Although, it's also possible I'll, no, because PAX isn't going to interfere with the Wednesday show. So, yeah, 5 weeks from today. When is the new Drunken Master Monk stance releasing? I would love to see that, but I don't think it's going to. Sorry. I also do want that returning throwing beer mug. I think that's a great idea. What level on Sarlona? I've got multiple levels on Sarlona. I've got a couple of capped characters, couple of low Bs, couple of mid Bs, so I'm fairly open as to what I do on Sarlona. I will probably run with my one of my level 30s. Alright, let me head over to YouTube chat here real quick, see what else is going on. Are the mimics that spawn from underwater clams and red fens impossible to kill? I have heard that. I have not actually run red fens and seen those mimics myself, but someone else had said that the one that was in Eye of Titan was causing problems. And so if that's the case, then it seems likely that the ones in Red Fens would as well. But no, the Mimic Hunt's not back. It just recently ended. It'll be back in a quarter or something like that. We'll see. Alright. Alright, let me take a quick look at Facebook messaging. Personally, I hate cosmetic armor due to inventory space, unless there was a specific storage for it. Yeah, that's come up several times. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't have time to run this. You guys may want to stick around and run it. I don't know, but I kind of need to call the stream here in a few minutes. I got some lunch to get with my son and stuff. We need a level cap raise soon. No real plans to do a level cap increase. You're working on your sentient gem in Ravenloft. It's 80 degrees here. Hope you are warmer. Lovely. I wish. It is warmer, actually, in the Massachusetts area. We did lose most of the snow that we've had in recent weeks, but it isn't 80 degrees. I think we might top 50, though, today, so that's pretty good. Make filigree stack in your crafting storage would be great. I have heard that as well. I don't know what our technical capability of that is, but it's definitely something we have heard your feedback on. Alright. Alright, thank you very much for joining me. I will get you guys a DDO points code in the in-game mail a little bit later on today. And I am actually going to wrap up the live stream just a couple minutes early here today. I'll be back next Wednesday. That will be on Sarlona. And like I say, probably a level capped character running stuff. Probably running Ravenloft stuff. And then I'll be on Thelanis probably doing the same thing. If you are going to PAX East, please let me know. I don't have a lot of DDO swag left. Unfortunately, you know, I've given out most of my DDO swag. So I don't have much left. But what I do have is available to you. Specifically, if you are a size large, let me know. I'm pretty much entirely out of small, medium, extra large, and larger. But I do still have some hoodies and stuff that are size large that I'm going to bring with me to PAX East. So if that'll fit you, if you're going to PAX East, please let me know. Additionally, like I said, we do have a little bit of room for our Friday night, April 6th meetup. That'll be at Wagamama, starting at 8 p.m. Eastern. So if you know you're going to be at PAX East and you know you want to take that trip out there for that event, get in touch with me and I'll save you a spot. I don't want to remember that spot will ultimately take the place of someone else's spot. So please don't message me unless you are 100% sure you're going. But if you are 100% sure you're going, please message me. Alright, thank you very much for watching the weekly Wednesday lunchtime live stream. We have got a full schedule. Samus is up in just a minute here for Follow the Noob. And we do have shows all week long over on twitch.tv/DDO stream. Give us a follow, give us a like, give us a subscribe, and we would really appreciate that. I will see you soon. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.